All right, let's get this started. Hey everyone, it's Janzer, and today we're gonna be, I know, it's been a while. I'm busy, what do you want? So anyways, starting off on a great note, right? Just sending out those waves of love to everyone. Alright, anyways, so, yeah, I'm finally getting back to doing one of these because I found someone that is worthy. I'm going to be talking to Malachaai from Malachaai Games, and I'll have links and all that in the description about the things that we talked about. On this specific one, it was a Saturday morning. I had just woken up. I woke up late, and I was running late to this thing, and we got on the call or whatever, and started going over stuff. And we initially started out talking about dogs because I think both of us had to wake up. Anyways, Malachaai is really a big-time gamer. We go over a list of games. I'm not sure if it actually happens during this chat or the next part, but there's a list of games that Mal plays, and they're quite hefty. The titles, and I wanted to talk to Malachaai because we got a lot of dudes' opinions around here. So I'm really glad that I didn't chase off the one female viewer that I know I have. I just reached out and said, hey, would you want to do one of these bullcasts? And she was like, yeah, sure, that'd be great. So she's gracious enough to share some of her class and charm with this place that I run. All right, everyone. So enough of that. We're going to roll in now with the conversation. Hope you all enjoy. It'll probably get a ton of views, and then it's like, what? How do you feel about? Okay, let's backtrack for everyone. We're talking to. I know I would have already introduced you at this point, so don't feel bad. But this is Malachaai. What do you go by, Malachaai?
Malachaai's fine. I have people calling me Malachaai, or Mel, or Mally, or if they're pissed off with me, I'm sure I get called other things, but that's generally it. So,
gotcha.
Yeah.
Now you run a gaming channel on YouTube. Was that your primary goal, getting into the digital realm of gaming?
Not really. I did it for fun. It was just a case of I love a challenge.
Yep.
So my whole thing was I want to see if I can do this. And a friend of mine has got a very successful gaming channel.
Gotcha.
Can I say his name?
Yeah, sure. Why not? No, never. You can never say anyone else's name because what'll happen is then they'll go and watch that person's stuff, and I've just lost all my views.
I can't have that happen.
You're talking about Gamertron, Ryan. Gamertron.
I'm talking about Ryan. I have known Ryan for a very long time.
Yeah.
And I knew him. I knew him back in the day, when he was just a little pipsqueak. No, I'm only kidding. Sort of kidding. I've known him for a long time. And I've kind of watched him grow and carry on. I've always had this thing in the back of my mind. That's a really cool thing to do. Maybe I should give it a shot one day.
Yeah.
And I just put it in the back of my mind and it didn't bother. And I started thinking, well, that looks like fun and I have the software. So what the hell, give it a try. And I learned how to use Premiere Pro and After Effects and all these things. And yeah, I started recording a couple. And it took me forever. I swear this thing was in the pipeline for about 8 months to a year before anything actually appeared on YouTube.
Yeah.
Because I have a friend in France who did my little intro sound thing. He writes music.
It is a pretty awesome intro, I have to admit.
Isn't it? I'm so proud of him. He's amazing. He did about 6 for me. And then we kind of pinned it down to the 1 and he worked on that a little bit. So it's this short little clip, but I have about 6 others.
He did 6 for you?
Yeah,
I can't get people to do a damn thing for me. Granted, I'm a pretty rough individual to get to talk to, so maybe it has something about that. Maybe I should be a little nice, yeah.
I think I've just, I lucked out. I really did. He's amazing. He, for Christmas one year, he wrote me an album of like 12, 13 tracks.
Okay, now you're going too far. Now I'm just jealous, like all get out. No, okay, that's enough. We're ending this now. All right, thanks everyone for watching.
Yeah, he truly spoils me. He really does.
That's awesome. It's good to have good friends.
yeah. So anyway, he did that. I'm in the line of work where I am fortunate enough to have the the tools around me to do my own artwork. So I did my own artwork and
Yeah.
the rest of it. So that was fun. Took forever because I'm incredibly picky. So yeah, and then it just kind of went from there. I did a couple of multiplayer games with Ryan,
Hmm.
and I really enjoy that. And the whole premise of my channel is not to do reviews or commentaries or top fives or tens or anything like that. It's basically just reminding people of what gaming is about. It's a
Yeah.
game. You're supposed to be having fun with it. I understand that people take it really seriously, and that's fantastic. And I enjoy the challenge of certain games. But you have to remember that, well, for me at least, it's an escape from the stress of work and real life in general. I mean,
Yeah.
I've got a great life. I'm not going to, it's my private life. But um, games are meant to be entertaining. And that's what I'm trying to remind people. Just have fun with them and enjoy them and spend the time playing with your friends, even if it's a single player. Just
So
share.
you're saying that it's
Yeah.
okay to have fun.
I know, right? I'm going to get shut down in flames for that one.
I swear.
If somebody dies, you can just respawn. It's not a
Right.
problem.
I thought you for a minute there. You were like, if somebody dies, I was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. If we're doing these YouTube videos and I end up killing another YouTuber, I mean,
It's not that kind of
it
channel.
was a
I promise
trident.
you,
It wasn't my fault. Flew out of my hand.
Yeah. So yeah, that was generally the idea behind my channel. I did start doing a single player of Papa and Yo, and I got very emotionally attached to the game. I tend to do that with some of the games I play, and I actually found I played it through once and I couldn't do it again. I
Oh,
think I've done 3 or 4 episodes.
the Papao and Yo? Is that
Yeah.
what it is? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I watched a few of those, and oh man, that game looks so beautiful.
it is.
Really
It's absolutely
does.
stunning.
Yeah.
Do you know much of the story behind it?
I went and actually looked up the developer and read about where they were from, and then read about some of what they were doing. So it was interesting. But if you want to go, please elaborate so people can know.
Yeah, it's the developer. Oh, damn, I can't remember his name now. It's terrible. I haven't played it in a few months. But what he did was he based the game on his own life experiences that he had with his sister and his mother when he was a child. And Papa Nyo is about a little boy who escapes into a sort of fantasy version of where he stays. And I think it's in a South American country. I'm not going to say Brazil because I got shut down because I got it wrong. And he meets a monster. And this monster helps him solve puzzles and get places. But whenever they find these particular fruits, the monster eats one and he loses his mind. He goes crazy and he tries to hurt the little boy. And what it is, it's a parallel of his father, who was an alcoholic, and he would abuse his children when this guy was a kid, and he put that into a video game. And when I got to the end, I'm not gonna get into it, but it took my breath away. It made me cry, and I couldn't actually play the game a second time because I knew I would get to that point and I would feel that way again. Just thinking about what this guy had gone through as a child and putting his vulnerability into the game and expressing it so that other people could experience it too.
That's
I'm
art.
hoping-
That's art, though. That is straight
Yeah,
up
it
just
really,
art.
really is. It's amazing. I see a lot of video games like that. You have your Titanfalls and Destinies and Warframes and Ratchet and Clanks and all these games who are just pure fun, pure entertainment. And then
Right.
you have these little gems which are incredible and they just tug at my heartstrings, and I love them. But I really do get so involved with them that I see the developer more than I see the character in the game.
Right.
So yeah, I watched somebody else doing a playthrough of it, and he was kind of joking along with it, and it actually offended me. I know I shouldn't have been because that was his experience of it, and I don't know, maybe he hadn't looked into the game as much as I had, but
Right.
it almost offended me that he wasn't getting it. He wasn't getting what this game was and why it was made.
It could be
So,
that. I have
yeah.
another idea of what it might be if it was on YouTube. Was it?
Yeah, it wasn't.
Okay.
It wasn't.
A lot of what for me, a lot of what happens, a lot of what I'm opposed to, a lot of what I do not do, is what I don't pander to the audience. and I don't give them what they want.
Well, that's the way to go about it.
I know. That's why I have 3,000 subs after 3 years. And
Please
what
don't
I'm
remind me, because now I've just gotten stage fright again. Damn it, Jansen.
what I mean is that I think you might have an idea. What I mean is that I'm not doing this because it's what it's not what they expect. It's not the expected. There's a lot of people that do that because they know their audience can only handle or they expect a certain reaction. Their audience is a certain level maturity-wise. But the thing is, I found a gap in the YouTube content of gaming that wasn't being filled on YouTube. And so I was like, wait, if I like this, there's going to be a few other people, maybe like 5 people that like that. And if I can at least connect with 2 of those 5, how awesome is that? You know? And so that guy might have been doing what his audience expected him. Because why show something real that has your own emotion tied to it? Because the fear of rejection, they may reject that person's, self. And that is a huge fear in humanity, to put yourself out there and for someone to say, you're dumb, you're, I don't connect with you at all. So what they're doing a lot of the time is they're giving what people expect, and they think it's what people want, but it's not. I think there's a huge reach for connection, especially now, from what I've seen over the years.
It also lies in comfort zones and reluctance to take a risk. And I can completely understand that. I mean, my channel is, I initially made it for myself. And my thought was, this is for me. This is for me to explore what I can do.
Right.
Have some fun, put them up. If somebody watches them, then fantastic. I mean, I got 10 viewers or 10 subs. I'm like, oh my God, I've got 10 subs. This is freaking amazing. I'm up to a whole 86 now. Yay me. And I'm over 900 views. I'm like, oh my God, we can celebrate. But, I honestly wasn't expecting that. And I kind of didn't know what to do with it. And I thought, okay, I better put some videos up, I suppose.
And people are expecting things from me now.
It's like, oh, right, where's the next one? Freaking hell, you mean I'm going to do this again? Damn it,
Yeah.
So, I'm at a point where I actually need to schedule my time, my gaming time, because I'm getting more involved with YouTube. I'm hoping to get more involved with Twitch. So, I've got to start planning a little better than I am. But I do appreciate the channels that do what they're doing, and they do it well, and they stick to that formula. That's fine. It's working for them, and I will never knock that. That's a car going past. Sorry. I will never disrespect that. It's fine. It's just I had my opinion. I didn't voice it on his channel because I thought that would be disrespectful.
I understand.
But I mean, that's how I felt about it. So
it's true. It's hard to criticize without just being emotionally negative, and a lot of people don't understand actual criticism. What I went through for my job, because I work in like digital agency, so we do a lot of different things. Part of it was I actually worked a little bit in print prior to doing digital, so there's avenues that I've gone through, and a lot of them had to do with actual criticism of work. And on a daily basis, I am criticized to no end. And it is my job to take that criticism and determine whether, where it fits within the project and stuff like that, And thankfully, the majority of the people I work with are all professionals as well. So no one's, we've gotten past, you get past it, I think, during your training, during schooling, of like, don't just tell me why you don't like, don't just say you don't like something. That does nothing for the person creating. Exactly. You have to tell me what it is. Now, granted, this is YouTube. This is an audience that's not, they're just, I cannot expect that from them, but I expect it. I'm very hard on my viewers. I'm very hard. I want them to be the level that I'm at because it's what I wanted to see. I wanted to see maturity, and it's dumb, right? Because gamers are all just little kids that, are overweight and eat Cheetos and pizza and Mountain Dew, and that's the
they're-
only type of gamer. You don't exist, Mal. You're not a
Of
gamer,
course
by
not.
the way.
I'm a figment of everybody's imagination, and I've actually been told that.
You speak way too eloquently. You're way too classy sounding. This is pure. You're really not a gamer. You're just doing this for show.
No, absolutely. I have a script in front of me, and this is all being staged, right?
Have you ever been called out like that? Has anyone ever like given you shit for that kind of like that viewpoint?
What viewpoint of you can't be a gamer?
Oh, from the viewpoint of like thinking that you can't be a gamer because you don't fit a certain stereotype of what a gamer should be.
Yes, actually. I have a section of my life that I keep private, not because it's a secret, it's because it's my life. And unless I know somebody better, they don't need to know about my personal life. But I will tell you that I work for an advertising agency, and there are a bunch of amazingly creative, insane people. And we have a very small group of gamers at work, literally like 5 of them, and they're all guys, because like girls, no. And when I found out that we have Call of Duty on the server, we have Counter-Strike, we have all these games, I'm like, oh, that's so cool, can I come play with you? I'm like, no. Like, do you play video games? But like, you're this person. It wasn't even a case of you're a girl, it's a case of we didn't expect you to play video games. I'm like, well, why not? So that is the only sort of surprise, shock and horror, or whatever, I suppose, that I've experienced. But it wasn't too bad. It was more like, you don't look the type to play video games. I don't think there is a type. I'm a girl. I am, obviously, but I'm also not a little girl. Right. I'm a grown up. Now I'm older than a lot of these girls on Twitch who make a lot of money for doing what they do, and I will never do that because I'm not a little girl.
Yeah, same here. I'm not a little girl either.
You're not a little girl. I don't know if I'm making sense, but
it makes sense. I think we come from myself, maybe Jim as well, come from a similar viewpoint of we're not children and we're adults, and we've had a lot of well, I don't know about now I'm really speaking out of bounds, but I know I've had a lot of experience in life as far as I've been around a while. So you tend to accumulate things that you've done in your life and viewpoints and shifting, so you kind of
I'm a very small part of the demographic, I can tell you that much.
Yeah. I think I'm still a kind of a small part. There are other things wrapped in it as well. Like, I don't see a lot of people of my race, for example, being a stereotypical gamer, or even on YouTube. I don't even see, and I don't ever talk about race or talk about my age or my job either. I talk about my job, but I don't none of the details of like where I work and all that kind of nothing really comes out, because that's the filter, that's the buffer I keep. And part of it has to do with what people in my real life would think about if they knew I was doing all this gaming and running a YouTube channel, and it's actually not a positive. It would be like a look down upon, like, oh, you're still doing that? What are you
16?
Yeah.
It's sad though, because I go on Facebook. My friends don't understand. I have no gaming friends in real life. Hold on, what do I? I have my cousin games, and he actually got me into gaming in the first part, and I'll tell you about that later. But I used to hide the fact that I play video games because it's completely out there. And then I started thinking, wait a minute, I have friends who post the fact that she has a motorcycle and she does lifting, and I thought, well, actually, screw that. I play video games, and that is that. And I started talking about that, and I don't get a lot of feedback, and quite frankly, I don't care, because this is my life, and I don't see why I need to keep that part of myself a secret or not talk about it with my friends. It's ridiculous. That's who I am, and if you don't like it, well, then you can go ride your motorcycle. I don't care.
I don't mind bringing it up, and I do. Like, Fallout Shelter, for example, that's an easy one for people. Do you play that on your phone?
I don't play anything on my phone.
Oh.
I play Skype on my phone.
Oh. There's a game for Fallout called Fallout Shelter, and I never play like phone games on my phone, but I was like, okay, let me check it out. It's a free to play game, and it's for Fallout, and I like that universe. It's a fun universe.
Is it on Samsung network or is it on Apple network?
It's on iOS and Android systems.
Okay.
So if you're on any of those type of operating systems, it would be available. But
Because I just downloaded it.
let me tell you, don't.
Oh, damn it!
The reason why is
That's-
it's basically after a while of playing it, I told like my coworkers, I was like, this is actually like I'm doing my job outside of my job. I did because what I do now is I'm kind of like DevOps slash project management slash developer slash I'm slash a lot of things because of the company size, so we do a lot of things. And I just realized it's all just about resource allocation and that kind of thing. And I'm like, this is actually just management. Don't, this is a management video game where okay, here's the power and you need this much power and you need this much electricity and who you're going to allocate to this and whose skill set belongs to this and who's best fit in. And I was like, oh God, I'm doing work.
No,
I'm doing
uninstall. Oh no, that's awful.
I'm doing work outside of work. I was like, can they make work like this? And then I'll play it all day.
Oh man. No, I must be honest. Have I played anything on my cell phone? I think there's like a little puzzle game that I play when I'm standing in queues, shopping centers or whatever.
Yeah,
I didn't play
something
anything on my phone.
non super intense.
Yeah, it's just mindless. Move that little button around, whatever.
Yeah.
I play on PC, obviously,
hmm
and actually maybe not obviously, huh? Yeah,
No, I'm looking
some
at the list of
sometimes.
games now, and I was about to go into that because I show here that you listed off, and you talked about it earlier. Well, I don't know if I had that on the recording, but Dying Light, Shadow of Mordor, Mass Effect 3, Evolve, Red Faction Armageddon, Sniper Elite 2. These are all some serious fucking games. Payday 2, Tomb Raider Game of the Year Edition, The Wolf Among Us. Beautiful story, beautiful
I
artwork.
know.
Super Meat Boy. Don't worry, Super Meat Boy hates everyone. The Binding of Isaac, Bastion. Ooh, beautiful game.
I know.
I don't know what
I mean,
Glare is, and Torin. Okay, so that's part one of a number of these that I'm going to create for y'all and put them out as I can. Works a lot right now. I get home and sometimes I just pass out immediately once I get home and don't even realize that I'm asleep and stuff. So I'll do what I can as usual during the week. And please show some support to Malachaai. Go check out her channel. She's got some great stuff going on over there. She's got some stuff with Mass Effect 3 that I saw, some multiplayer. Yeah, she actually does FPS, PvP type stuff too, so go check out that. Titanfall. Ryan, the Gamertron's over there as well, sometimes on some of the games. I know she also is running some of the Evolve. So, yeah, go check out her stuff, show her your support, and we'll see you on the next part of this.